Alright, Gosus, welcome in once again. I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit about another god here for SMITE. We're going to be playing today with Artemis. Now, Artemis is really cool because Artemis is just all about flinging arrows, doing damage, hitting guys right in the face with it. So you get to be very, very aggressive with Artemis. The downside to her is you've got to play pretty conservatively because she is a little squishy until you build her up a little bit of health and a little bit of armor. So you can play you need to play very conservatively to start with. But once you build up that attack speed, that attack damage, that lifesteal, you can just go all out on her. So here we go. Looking at her abilities, her passive ability is called Still Target. She gains a 5% critical chance for every successful hit within 4 seconds. So if you keep hitting the same enemy a whole bunch, like a champion or even a minion, you can start to do a lot of really massive damage. It only stacks up to 3 times though, so don't expect it to get to like 100% critical, unless you stack it with your items. So keep that in mind. Her #1 ability is called Transgressor's Fate. Now that's basically like a ward. You can dump that wherever you want, so you can see if you're going to get ganked. You can see where enemy movement's going to happen, and if anybody walks across it, it's going to activate, and it's going to do increasing level damage plus a percentage of your physical damage for like 3 seconds. So it locks them in place, does some damage. It's really cool, and it acts as a ward. So be very good about just placing them anywhere. You can have just a ton of traps out. You can have a maximum of 3, but you can put them out in really strategic places. Her #2 ability is called Vengeful Assault. Now what that basically does, that increases her attack speed by a rising percentage for 3 seconds. So you can just keep, just go crazy with it. So you don't want to take that one first because you're just doing attack speed, you're not doing a whole lot of damage, and you need to be able to farm up very quickly. That's really good for just taking out an enemy target very quickly, doing that massive damage, going for the assist, or going for the all-out kill at the end. Her 3rd ability is called Suppress the Insolent. Now that just fires a flurry of arrows down that come and just drop right on top of a group of bad guys. So it's great for cleaning up minion waves, and it's great for kind of slowing down enemies. The volley actually does an increased level damage plus a percentage of your physical damage, plus slows the enemies for 25 seconds, or 25% for 2 seconds. So it's a really good thing to have right off the bat, and it's also a really good thing in team fights. If you see somebody trying to get away, you hit them up with that, so your team can catch up with them very quickly. Now her #4 ability is the Caledonian Boar. Now what that does is that's going to summon a boar that's going to run straight toward the nearest enemy champion. It's going to stun them and do damage to them. So it does an increasing level plus your physical damage, of course, and it's going to stun them for about 2 seconds. So, and it's going to continue to run around. Like if you kill that enemy, it's going to run around and hit another one. So it's really good in a team fight to activate that right off the bat. It's a good crowd control, and you can really get some good hits in on that. So we're going to start off with, of course, Suppressing the Insolent and be ready to go. Item-wise, you can hit her recommended items. She does have some really good recommended items. Soul Eater, Warrior Tabbies, the Executioner, the Midgardian Mail, the Devourer's Gloves, the Deathbringer. The one that, the one that I always like to go with right off the bat is always going to be the Warrior Tabbies. You want that movement speed, but you also get physical damage, attack speed, and critical strike chance. And if you can start critting really hard with Artemis, she's going to do a whole lot of damage very quickly. Alright, so we picked up our boots, level 2, and we picked up a couple of health pots. So that's going to help us stay in lane just a little bit longer here versus the Minotaur. So, not the Minotaur, versus the Manticore. That's what you're going to fight. Because again, we're playing on the 1v1 practice range right now. We're not playing against other heroes or anything. But you can see the amount of range that you can get on this Suppression of the Insolent. Get a good solid shot going right there. You can see Artemis has a very long range, and it's really good at last hit. So we're going to level that up. We are, of course, going to go right for our Vengeful Assault for our level 2 ability, because these guys are incoming, and we're going to be able to wipe them out very quickly. Now, a good thing for Artemis to pick up is her lifesteal. because she is going to be able to do it so well. And here we go. I'm going to place this trap right there. So you can see on the mini-map, once I place it, look at how much vision you get there in the jungle. So it's amazing for that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pop a health pot here. I'm going to wait a second, and then I'm going to pop right out, do damage to the Manticore here. So there you go. See, it locks down that target. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, and I got slain. That's no good. Oh, see, I got way too aggressive, but see, that goes right into what I was saying. You got to play a little bit more conservatively, especially when you're not doing a whole lot of damage. Right now, I'm just doing about 20, so it's just really not a whole lot of damage. But I'm going to wait a couple of seconds. I'm going to go ahead and get... I'm going to start my Deathbringer. Now, what's really great about Deathbringer is not only do you do physical damage, but it also increases your critical strike chance. And when you level it up to level 3, your critical strike damage. So you do even more damage. And that's exactly what you want. Another thing to get, either second or third, I'm gonna try to rush that Darkbringer up, the Deathbringer up to level 2 really quickly, is the Soul Eater, because that's gonna give you lifesteal. I'm going to increase my Vengeful Assault first, because once I can get going with a lot of damage, it's going to hurt them quick and fast. All right, there we go. So now I've got my 4 ability. So you can see that 4 ability has a huge radius. We're not going to spend it just yet because since that Manticore is right underneath of its tower, we don't want to play with it there. So we're just going to do little pockets of damage here to those guys. Now, one thing you do have to watch out for with that suppressing of the insolent is as soon as you set that off on top of a hero target, the minions are going to turn on you. So be very, very cautious with that. We're still climbing up in the levels here. Very good. Still leveling up that Vengeful Assault. Looking at the Vengeful Assault now. Now we're up to 90 plus 10 point. We're up to 65% attack speed increase, and our suppression's still pretty low, but it's still level 1, and so is our great little ward. So just remember, you want to keep building as much damage as humanly possible on Artemis. So just keep going for that one. So here we go. We're going to go for the Soul Eater. That's going to give us attack speed, lifesteal, and health. That's going to keep us in lane just a little bit longer. So, and that's always really beneficial. Now, one thing that I tend to have a problem with Artemis, because I tend to spam her abilities a lot, which you don't necessarily have to do, but I just do it. You can always come in here to the jungle and get the blue, get the mana regen. So here we go. You can see when you activate that Vengeful Assault, she turns the bow sideways. So you know, even if you're fighting her, as soon as you see that bow go sideways and it goes purple, you know that it's activated. She's going to have that increased attack damage. So be very, very careful with that. So now that we've got the buff, we've got the mana buff. We're going to be able to do a lot of continual damage there. We can go for the actual damage buff as well if we wanted to. But for right now, I just need that mana regen, because I don't have a whole lot of mana going right now, and I just want to be able to stay in lane and keep spamming my abilities here to get some serious damage done. Now we're going to suppress the insolent. That's going to slow him down. We're going to activate our ultimate. You can see the boar going through right there. The Manticore was a little bit far away for me to really activate that and really capitalize on that assault. But it's great if they're inside of the range of your tower and you suppress them with that. Oh, it's phenomenal. You can do so much damage. So we're going to upgrade our ultimate, our Caledonian boar, and you can see the range that she's got. I hit that Manticore just inside of the tower's range, so you can do a whole lot of damage. I'm going to suppress, continue to fire. We're going to lay a trap right here. But we're going to go over here, and we're just going to clean out the jungle here for a second. So we can get the health regen, which is the green. Then you can get your speed upgrade. Then you can get your attack damage upgrade. So now I got my mana, I got my health, and I got 1,000 gold. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to buy up a little bit more damage, so I can continue to do a whole lot. Should be able to buy our level 3 boots right now. And again, get your level 3 boots up. Look at that! Look at that unit. Plus 21% speed, so it's going to give you that really big boost. 6% critical strike chance, 6% attack speed, and plus 30 physical power. Unstoppable right there. Gives you a little bit more. Now we're up to 45. Now we're good to go. Now again, with Artemis, you can kind of keep her out to the sides to do a whole lot more damage, and to be able to get out of the way a little bit faster if you need her to. I like to place that trap right there because that's right in line with the minions. So if the Manticore or an actual enemy decides that they want to come in on that same attack path, it'll lock them down right inside of the tower's range. Then all you have to do is just take out some minions and you're good to go. Walked right into that one, didn't I? But now you can see all the cool stuff that you can do as Artemis. Now, going through her items real quick, just so you know what's really good to buy. All of this stuff that she has is really good. If you see that you're going to get defeated a lot more with magic, yeah, or you're running out of, or you're getting, if you're seeing that you're getting a lot more physical damage, the Midgardian Mail is perfect because it gives you physical protection, gives you a lot more health, but also you can slow the enemy if it attacks you with a basic attack. So if they hit you with an ability, it's not going to do anything, but if they hit you with a basic attack, it's all good. So you want to pick up, a Midgardian Mail is really good. The Executioner is fantastic, gives you a lot of, a decent amount of physical power, good attack speed, but it also reduces the target's physical protection when you hit them with it. So for 20, and it stacks it 3 times. So you can actually reduce it by 30, by 60. So if they don't have a lot of armor and they're like a squishy mage, Artemis can take them out very, very quickly. And couple that with a fully loaded Deathbringer, a Soul Stealer, and then again for physical power, another really good one to go for is the Frostbound Hammer, because it gives you a low amount of physical power, but you can slow their movement. You can also go for the Golden Bow, which does additional damage, adds movement speed. Your middle tower is under attack. So kind of play around with the way that you want her to play, because she is very versatile, but you really want to focus on physical damage, getting the critical chance up, and getting the critical damage up. So just keep that in mind. And I'm Redmagejr with It's Gosu. Check out more guides, www.itsgosu.com. Thank you very much.